Shot of the website of this MaxScore Interventures Co. It states under About Us. I am also flashing this on the screen, Your Honors, for the ease of the senator judges.
Your Honor, at this juncture, the prosecution will now manifest that there was no question propounded as to the presentation of the Articles of Partnership. And the counsel is now moving forward to the presentation of an alleged website. Therefore, it seems that the defense counsel is the one presenting the documents without propounding any question to this witness. Highly improper, Your Honor, please. Highly improper. The counsel should be asking questions and not presenting document. You will have your turn when the defense team is allowed to present your evidence. 2 documents, no question yet. Highly improper, Your Honor, please. Again, I don't want to put the lawyer on the spot, but that is highly improper. Ask questions.
Your Honor, I did ask questions.
No, there was no question.
Counsel,
can we ask that the transcript be read back?
Counsel, kindly proceed.
Thank you.
Counsel for the prosecutors, with the understanding that Mr. Calilong is not testifying as to the truth of whatever counsel asked him or what he read, because clearly he's not competent
Agreed,
to
Your Honor.
testify as to the truth of what is contained in the Articles of Partnership. However, as to the fact that he read it and saw it, up to that extent, and the senator judges are so advised as well. So ordered. You may proceed, sir.
Thank you, sir. And I am on cross, Your Honor. Thank you. Sir, under the words About Us, it says MaxScore Interventures has been established as a one-stop source of different products and services intended for both government and private institutions. Its company tagline, Innovation Without Boundaries, stands true testament to provide customers with quality merchandise, from the simplest to the most sophisticated ones, at very affordable prices. The company places a long-term business relationship through customer satisfaction on top of its priority list, with integrity and honesty as the foundation of the company. It envisions to evolve into excellence amidst the competitive pace of information technology. You see that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Sir, now I'm showing you another screenshot of the website of this MaxScore Interventures Co. You confirm that I'm also flashing this for the ease of the court. But P-4-3BB, Your Honor.
Your Honor, please, if I may, it was not yet identified, but it's pre-marked, Your Honor, please, to be presented by our next witness, Attorney Jeremy Lotog. So highly improper, in as much as we want to accommodate the defense.
So who is the signatory in that document? Is it
Your Honor, Mr. Kalulin.
Good afternoon, Your Honors. Same appearance for the prosecution. We are ready, Your Honor.
appearances for the respondent?
Good afternoon, Your Honors. Same appearance for the Vice President.
Clerk of Court is instructed to kindly bring the witness that was testifying yesterday, I believe Mr. Calilong.
Your Honor, the prosecution is ready for the continuation of the presentation of our first witness, NBI Agent Calilong. And with that, Your Honor, we would like to request that Attorney Virgil Ligutan, Attorney Amado Ligutan be recognized, Your Honor.
For the record, Attorney Legutan will be representing the counsel for prosecutors, and on the part of the respondent, it'll be Attorney Narvasa. That would be correct? By the way, while we're
Yes, Your
waiting
Honor.
for the witness, Attorney Narvasa, if you recall yesterday, Attorney Legutan, in response to a question by a senator judge, gave a discussion, a peroration, if you will. But yesterday I said we will be giving counsel the same opportunity. I cleared it earlier with Senator Pia Cayetano who won eh. So i-erase ko man sa record, baliwala na lang. The fairest thing to do is to give you an opportunity as well. Attorney Legutan
Final
spent
affidavit.
5 minutes and
Are you
18
sure, Agent?
seconds
Let me remind you that you are
delivering
under
his discussion. The court will give you the same time
I have
after your
with me a
cross-examination.
certification,
With a
a
warning.
DOJ certification
With a warning and reminder from the
executed
presiding
by-
officer that the presiding officer will not tolerate such perorations again by either party, even if it is in response
senior
to
assistant
a question of a senator judge,
State
and the presiding
prosecutor.
officer will try to remind as best we can
Do you see
senator
this-
judges
this certification dated
to let
February
the
5,
witnesses present the
2025,
evidence of both parties
states, and I quote,
instead of the counsels presenting both
referral,
facts and law through their
com-
statements.
plain
Senator
referral
Judge Cayetano, Alan.
does not contain all the
I'd like to
necessary
thank the presiding
evidence
officer
to prove
for
the essential elements of the crime.
prudence,
Therefore, it is
for
recommended that the
wisdom
same
in trying to resolve
be first
this issue.
referred for case
And I do
building.
understand that we are 24 people,
Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
all elected by the people,
Now below that,
all wanting justice, all wanting a fair trial. Having said that,
second
prudence dictates
page,
that
below that, under
we
the
stop
word
ourselves
words,
from asking certain
Number one,
questions that
therefore,
can prejudice
states, and I quote, that
the
there is
whole
no... May I-
trial, whether
the
or not
screen, please? For the
our
ease of the
intention is to do so. So the problem
So the honorable
is
court
well
will
stated by the presiding officer that if we
Under notes
simply
again, sir.
delete from the record, mapapanood nyo na rin naman sa YouTube yung magandang
record,
discussion
Your
ng
Honor, we are flashing
prosecution. So
certification.
on one sense, it is fair to give the defense a chance to answer. But on another sense, it's unfair. Why?
Under
Because
notes, sir,
whoever phrases the question, lamang na eh.
number one, therefore, states,
Kasi
and I
yung
quote,
question nga is,
there
why
is no
is
affidavit
this
of the persons
an impeachable
who
offense? So
recorded
for
the video
example, if I was the one who stood up
entitled
yesterday
VP November
and I
23
asked the
press
prosecution,
con at
why is
Batasan
this a
through
political
open broadcast
vendetta?
software OBS, and in
And
turn
why is
stored
the
it in
House
a
not
digital-
investigating
Do you
the
see that, sir?
flood control
Yes, sir.
instead of investigating
Let's go to page 2.
the Vice President? That would be unfair.
On paragraph 7,
That would be unfair to the House. That would
It
be
states,
unfair
and I
to
quote,
everyone. So
one of
simply
the
giving
elements
the
of the crime of
prosecution the
grave
chance to
threats
answer
is
that
the
question I
offender
asked
threatens another
would be
with
unfair to
infliction
everyone.
upon the latter's person,
So I
honor, or property,
do not know the solution.
or upon
I
that
accept
of
the
the latter's
solution of
family
the
of any crime.
presiding officer. Now let's
In the
not
instant
tolerate
complaint,
any more questions like that. I agree with
Only
Senator
the
P. I
executed
don't
an
like being
affidavit,
called out.
and there was no participation.
But that's
on
the role
part
of the
offended
presiding
parties,
officer and the
as
Senate
it appears.
President.
PI is not the, for the
So
crime.
sana
You
yun
see
lang,
that?
no, na
Of this, 6,
one,
and I
when we
quote
ask
the
the questions,
minutes
we'll
of
make
the
sure it doesn't
personalities
prejudice the whole
and
trial.
representative
Whatever we
media
say here, may
outlets were
ma-accuse na
submitted.
lawyering for the prosecution or defense.
Although the
Okay lang
minutes
yun.
were signed,
Okay
there was
lang
no
yun. Sa prayer
individual
nga kahapon,
affidavit
di ba? Basta
executed
justice,
regarding the
bahala na
content
magalit.
of
Okay.
of
But
said
my last
minutes.
point, Mr. President,
You see that,
let's
sir?
give the defense a little latitude
On
in not only
paragraph
answering
5,
that question,
it
but what
states
you want
that,
to say.
and I
Because
quote,
nga, the question is
affidavit
unfair.
of one
So if you're
Patria
simply going to
Morales
answer that question,
mentioned
then
that she stored
it
these
won't solve the
footages
problem na
in a
nakapagsalita
USB
sila
and
5 minutes
submitted
kayo
it to the
nakapagsalita.
NBI.
So we'll
However, there
consider,
was no
personally,
USB
I'll
attached to the
consider
complaint.
the very
Only a
eloquent
DVD was attached.
answer yesterday as a
There was
sort
no
of a
detail
closing.
regarding the contents
So
of this DVD.
personally
You see
lang,
that, sir?
Mr.
Yes.
Presiding Officer,
On
give
paragraph
the
4,
latitude
it
to the
states, and I
defense na
quote,
parang
Annex
closing
L
din
did
na,
not indicate
whatever. Because they have affirmative
who made such
defenses.
TSN.
And they did not
There was also
push
no
us to
affidavit
hear
of the
that. They
person
went straight
who
to
made
trial.
the TSN.
So dun
You see
din sa
that?
mga nagsasabi na
In paragraph 3, it states
delay
that,
sa
and I
dami ng
quote,
objection. That's unfair. No?
Annexes
Let's
I
give
and
everyone
open parenthesis,
latitude here.
DVDs
The
with
same
markings
thing, I think
NBI-C
may konting ano sa internet na photocopies are not original and the council was simply citing, tama ba? A Supreme Court decision, no?
And the rules of court.
And the rules of court. So I'm just saying it's an emotional issue, so all of us will be hit, badgered, whatever.
That. But very, very, very
Now,
briefly,
Is your memory
Mr.
refreshed,
President,
sir?
I'd like to put
Did
on record,
the
why are
DOJ
we
send back
being
the
strict about the
original
rules.
affidavit
Why do I have to bother
of
standing
investigation
up?
to the NBI?
Well, because nothing in
Yes,
this
sir.
world
Thank you.
will run well without
Now,
the rules.
you are aware
Now,
that
my
on
colleagues, the Senate is a
February
basketball-loving
11,
Senate.
2025,
Lagi
the
dito, hilig
NBI,
ng
through
basketball.
its then
Ako,
director,
volleyball player,
retired
colleagues
Judge
ko, basketball. I'll use basketball as an
Jaime D.
example.
Santiago
Will you have
wrote
a,
to
will
the
you have a decent basketball
Office of the
game?
Prosecutor
If there's no rules?
General,
No, there's
submitting
rules.
a
That's why we
revised
stand up.
affidavit
And then
of
sometimes
investigation.
there are also opportunities to question
This
the
is
rules.
your
That's also fine.
affidavit
But that's
of
why we have to
investigation
stand up and call the
dated
attention of the presiding officer when we feel that the rules are being violated. And we will continue to do so
February
when we believe it is
10,
necessary
right?
in the
February
interest
10,
of justice.
2020.
Thank you, Mr. President.
The remarks of the lady
Correct, sir.
are noted.
Wait. So, objection, Your
Since
Honor.
we are discussing
The-
housekeeping chores and
the
matters, let the presiding
defense
officer continue with the same.
Said
The
that
presiding
this
officer
is
will
your
call for a break
affidavit
midway through
dated February
in order to afford the
without
parties 15 minutes
showing
to
the document.
relax, go over their notes,
I'm
and do
asking,
their
sir,
thing.
how could a
In
witness
regard
answer
to senator judges
question
or counsels for
that he is
the
not, that
parties
is
who are not on
accompanied
deck,
with the document?
you're free to answer the call of nature
This is
in
your
the least
affidavit. I will
disruptive
reform
manner
it.
possible
Kindly
and
reform,
return
counsel. Thank you.
afterwards.
This is your affidavit.
Outside of the 15 minutes that we will be doing halfway through
dated February 10,
proceedings.
2020.
And finally,
correct?
a request has been
check.
brought to the presiding officer to request as well the senator judges to lower the tone of conversational voices because I think where you're seated is an echo chamber. Naririnig sa iba't ibang sulok ng plenaryong ito yung mga sinasabi din ninyo at hindi rin nakakapag-concentrate yung ilan sa ating mga kasama na nakaupo sa paligiran ninyo. Just a reminder, and one last reminder before I recognize counsel for the respondent, Mr. Calilong, you will be testifying once again and will be undergoing cross-examination under the same oath
Yes, Your
that you
Honor.
took yesterday. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel for respondent. Attorney Narvasa, if you're ready, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
Your Honor, may I be allowed to approach a witness?
You may do so.
Thank you, Your
counsel.
Good afternoon, Mr. Kalilong.
Can I make
Dr.
a
Nunez.
manifestation?
During your
of
direct
this,
examination,
you
you testified that you were trained on photo and
Hey, I'm
video
not even object, I'm
authentication.
being generous.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor,
You said that you were
Counsel,
trained for
Let's
2
wait
weeks.
for the witness to review it.
Specific for photo and
Let's
video,
put it on
sir.
this document.
Sir, my
Signatures
questions
on the
are
last page.
answerable by yes
You can make the
or a
corresponding
no.
objection
Can
to
you please
the
constrain
the style,
yourself
manner of
to
cross-examination.
these questions?
to
Unless I
counsel
tell
for
you,
respondent
okay?
objection to that, Your Honor, please.
And you got this training
Honor,
from
can I
Max.
check to that? I have to
Before
make an
counsel for
objection.
respondent proceeds, counsel for the prosecutor, to let the presiding officer
Your Honor.
recognize you first. You are so recognized, sir. What is your objection?
Thank you so much. Inasmuch as I would like to accommodate the defense, that in
Is
asking
this
the question,
the
that the
amended
witness is
affidavit of
to be
investigation?
limited to a yes or no question, Your Honor,
This is a
please.
photocopy of the...
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, Your Honor,
This
please,
is the
that's not
amended one.
sanctioned in the rules.
Yes, sir.
There is nothing in our
Thank you.
rules that would
Counsel,
allow a
Mr.
defense
Calilong, what
to
was the date of
constrain
the
a
first
witness,
affidavit
even
you
on
submitted
cross-examination,
that was
to answer
referred
the
DOJ to the
questions
NBI?
by a yes or no answer. It's not in the
as far
rules. So,
as
Your
I
Honor, please, we
remember,
cannot constrain a
January 30.
witness to answering
was,
either a yes or a no. The witness should be
when
able
the
to qualify.
certification was issued,
The usual
we
answer by the
complied with
defense
the
is that it
requirements
could
and
be
submitted it on
handled
February 10.
by the
Have you
prosecution
identified that
on
affidavit of
but
investigation
that is not the
dated
case, Your Honor,
January
please.
30?
So long as there is
In
nothing in the
yesterday's
rules that would
proceedings.
allow the
Yes or no?
defense to constrain the
Have you
witness to answer yes or no,
the
the
January,
prosecution
30?
will
The one that I
vehemently
identified,
object to that,
Your Honor,
The
is
presiding
the
officer
authentication.
May I, Your
overrules
Honor?
the
Not
presiding officer affidavit of overrules the investigation. So you have not objection. done so. The
Yes, sir.
counsel for prosecutors can make This a one, you continuing have not objection done so regarding too. this matter.
Yes,
But
Your
it
Honor.
is the position of the presiding officer that Counsel, the you may witness proceed. is seasoned enough. According to his testimony yesterday, he has attended over, if I recall correctly, 30 hearings already. So he would know how to respond and to explain if the need would arise. And it's up for counsel for the respondent, if at all, to strike out whatever answers that are not responsive to his question. Counsel for
I'm
responding may
showing you
proceed.
now a letter
We would
dated
abide, Your Honor. We would
January
abide.
30 from
Thank
the
you, Counsel, for the
former
prosecutors.
NBI Director. And you
Now, I
testified
object, Your
that you
Honor.
got this training
You know,
from
the
MaxCore
defense has been confronting
Interventures.
this with
Yes, sir.
corrective documents.
And you
Without
said that
marking
the
and
training you got from
identifying the
MaxCore
source of these
Interventures
documents.
was in
Your Honor,
digital
it's plucking
forensics.
out of thin air a
Yes, sir.
document, presenting
I have
them
with
the
me an
document to
articles of
the
partnership
witness and withdrawing the document.
of MaxCore Interventures
Without even
Co. You see that
introducing
it
this
states
piece
that
of
it is the
evidence.
articles of partnership
This piece of
of
exhibits into
MaxCore
evidence. So my question
Interventures
is,
Co.
Through
Your Honor,
may
presiding
we
officer,
allow
is the
Attorney
defense
Stephen Magallon to
not
also approach
these
the
documents into
witness stand
evidence, Honor,
to
please?
peruse the document.
They
And
can
of
do
course,
so
at
the
this
proper time,
juncture, Your
counsel,
Honor, please,
but
I have to object.
insofar as the
I have
witness
no
is
question
concerned,
yet, Your Honor.
I think the basis was
I
made
am
when he said
objecting
that he
to
executed only one
the
affidavit
witness being
of
being
investigation in
shown
connection with this case.
an articles
Now it
of
seems that there are two affidavits.
incorporation. I would like to make
both of which have
sorry,
not
a
yet been
partnership
presented.
Of a
One will be
partnership,
presented, I
Your Honor,
think,
please.
by
Anyways, since the
Attorney
question has not been asked,
Your Honor, for the
First,
record,
let us
we're
wait
not
for the
aware.
question, counsel. In the meantime,
Is that correct,
the presiding
counsel
officer
for the
allows counsel for the
Your Honor, he
prosecutors
just
to
identified a
examine
copy
the
of
document being presented to
affidavit
the
of
witness.
investigation. And Your Honor, for
Dated
the
January 30.
reference of the senators,
April 10,
we are
2025.
flashing this
April-
articles
February
of partnership
10.
Sorry, Your Honor, February
on the screen.
February 10, Your Honor, please.
Sir, please take a
What
look
about the
at
first affidavit? The
page
witness
2
said he had the first
of these
affidavit.
articles.
Yes, Your Honor, not yet.
Not yet.
Yes.
You only cited a January 30 letter
Yes,
of the
Your Honor.
former NBI
Page 2, sir.
I cited, Your Honor, a
here.
certification
Page 1,
by the
page 2.
DOJ returning
Let's read
an
it together,
affidavit.
okay?
And that is now the problem, Your Honor. In
Primary
fact, even
purpose,
I am
to
confused
engage
because
in the
documents
business of trading both
Introduce it to
import
evidence by
and
the
export
defense.
of goods
counsel.
on wholesale,
Please proceed and
retail
kindly
basis.
help
Do you
the
see
court
that? Thank
side
you.
regarding this matter.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned that you
Now on page, the same very,
mentioned
very same page
that
2. The secondary purpose. Let's read it together again. Own, use, improve, develop, subdivide,
you were
sell,
aware
exchange,
that the
lease of
then
all
director,
kinds,
retired
including
Judge B.
buildings,
Santiago,
houses,
wrote
apartments,
to
and
the
other
office of
structures.
the Prosecutor General
Do you see that, sir?
submitting revised affidavit of investigation on February
After that, in
11,
the same page 2,
2025.
This-
I'm
The
showing
second
now that
secondary purpose is to print, publish, distribute,
letter
buy,
dated
sell,
February 11,
acquire,
2025.
acquire rights to and generally deal in all kinds of software packages,
For the record,
books,
this is Exhibit
periodicals,
B-4-43.
newspapers, magazines, journals, and other publications dealing in
the
or having
defense.
to do with
Up for the defense. You
subjects of
mean,
all kinds,
remarks.
character, and all acts of
Remarks.
things as may
Because when you
time
say
to time be deemed
marked as
needful,
evidence
necessary,
for
or
the
required.
defense.
You see that, sir?
Not yet. That's
Yes,
the
sir.
return has, you have the, your pre-mark.
No, it's prima. I believe and the
Thank you,
under
sir.
the prosecution
Now I'm
evidence
showing
retrial
you
based- which should to be marked.
a
Those common.
There are a few.
screenshot
Please
of the
proceed, counsel, to the
website
respondent.
of this
Witness
MaxCore
answer.
Interventures
There is the
Co.
signature
It
above the
states
name Judge Jaime B. Santiago.
under about
Whose signature is
us. I am
Your Honor,
also
now, I would
flashing
like
this
to
on the
object
screen
to the
Your Honor,
relevance.
for the ease of
A
the
letter being,
senator judges.
The witness being confronted with a letter coming from the former NBI director, Your Honor, Judge at this juncture, Jaime B. Santiago, and this the witness is now prosecution being asked will to now identify whose manifest signature is that. That's obvious. that
I'll allow it
there was no
conditionally if you can show
question
the relevance
propounded
insofar
as
as
to the
your ability
presentation
to test
of
the
the
credibility
articles
and
of
the accuracy
partnership.
of the witnesses concerned.
And
In the
the
meantime, I'll
council
allow
is
it.
now
Kindly show the
moving
connection,
forward
counsel.
to
Thank
the
you.
presentation of an alleged website. Therefore,
Sir,
it seems that the
whose signature
defense
is this?
counsel is the one presenting the documents without propounding any question to this witness. Highly improper, Your Honor, please. Highly improper. The counsel should be
As far as
asking
the
question and not
members'
presenting
of
document.
directors and
You will
chapters.
have
Thank
your turn when the defense team is
the
allowed
last
to
line
present
of the
your
letter,
evidence. Two
on the
documents, no
fourth page,
question
sir.
yet. Highly improper, Your Honor, please.
Please
Again,
take a
I don't want to put the lawyer on the spot,
Last line.
but that is highly improper.
says,
Ask questions.
And I quote,
Your Honor, I did ask
to
questions.
support
No,
our
there was no
recommendations attached herein is the
Read-
revised
can we ask that
affidavit
the
of
transcript be read back?
investigation,
Counsel,
including its
kindly
attachments.
proceed.
Thank you, sir.
Counsel for the
Is it-
prosecutors with the understanding that Mr. Calilong is not testifying as to
Yes,
the
sir.
truth of whatever counsel asked him or what he read because
And you
clearly he's
confirm
not
that in
competent
November, the
to
former
testify
NBI
as to the
Director
truth of
Jaime
what is
Santiago
contained in the
wrote
articles of partnership.
Prosecutor
However, as
General
to the fact that he read
Richard
it and saw it,
Anthony Di
up to that
Fadulyon,
extent, and the senator judges are
a
so
letter
advised as
dated
well. So ordered.
February.
You may proceed, sir.
Thank you, sir. And I am on
January
cross,
30,
Your Honor.
2025.
Sir,
This is one of the
under the
documents
words
that you
about
submitted
us,
to the Committee on Justice, correct?
it says MaxScore Interventures
Okay, I will show you
has
now.
been established as a one-stop source of different products and services
have this flashed
intended for both government
on
and
the screen?
private institutions. Its company tagline, Innovation Without Boundaries, stands true testament to provide customers with quality merchandise, from the simplest to the most sophisticated ones at very affordable prices. The company places a long-term business relationship through customer satisfaction on top of its priority list, with integrity and honesty as the foundation of the company. It envisions to evolve into excellence amidst the competitive pace
Do you
of
recall this
information
document?
technology. You see that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Sir, now I'm
Yes.
showing you another screenshot of the website of this MaxScore Interventures Co. You confirm that
January 30,
I'm also
2025
flashing this for
is a
the-
date earlier than
for
February
the
10,
ease of
2025,
the
correct?
court.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor,
As an
Counsel for
answer,
the
Your Honor.
prosecutor.
witness number one the witness mentioned being the asked, affidavit of
Your Honor, ask and
investigation,
answer.
First.
but that the witness did not
Relevance, Your
identify
Honor.
the document.
Counsel,
So for the record,
counsel,
Your Honor, please.
If the
That
witness knows and the
document
counsel
is
for
not
respondent
yet
will be
presented
given
in
the
court
latitude to test
as the
the
documentary
credibility,
evidence, Your Honor,
accuracy,
please. So highly
and
improper
completeness of the
for
testimony
the defense
of
to
the witness. But
elicit
we note your
that
continuing
document
objection
through
because
this
you already
witness
sound
precisely
frustrated,
because
counsel. In
this
regard to
witness
this line
did
of
not
questioning
yet
by the counsel for the
identify
respondent.
the affidavit of investigation, Your Honor.
The
please.
counsel for respondent may proceed.
Which
Witness
exhibit is
may
this?
answer. I believe he did, counsel, but which exhibit is this?
Exhibit
Earlier,
P
he
dash
already answered, Your Honor.
4-3.
You earlier
to
confirmed
Exhibit
that
P
there was
dash
actually a
4-3
certification.
BB, Your Honor.
Your Honor, please,
Dated
if I may,
February
it
5,
was not yet identified,
2025.
but it's pre-marked, Your Honor, please, to
You like
be
my
presented by our next witness,
I have no question, Your
Attorney Jeremy Lotog. So highly improper. I just want to
Let the counsel finish.
accommodate the defense.
So who is the signatory in that
Even
document?
read it, Your Honor.
Is it
You likewise confirmed that in that said certification,
Your Honor, Mr.
dated
Kalilong
February
is a
5,
signatory
2025,
to that document.
the earlier affidavit of investigation were subject to 7 recommendations.
is one of the
And
signatories?
You confirmed that you
Yes.
read that.
Objection.
Is one of the
Your Honor,
signatories?
please.
But
Now
the
the
counsel for
counsel
prosecutor is
mentioned
correct.
7 grounds.
This document has
7
not yet
grounds.
been
And I don't
identified
remember this witness
by any of the
uttering
witness for the
term
counsel
7
for the
grounds.
prosecutors. You will
What
get
I
a
do
chance,
remember,
counsel
Your
for the
Honor, please, is
respondent,
that
when
this witness
Attorney
was
Lotog
confronted with a certification, a letter, whatever.
testifies later,
but
which
now
I believe
this
is the
counsel
only
is now
exhibit that he will be
asking this
testifying
witness
to.
confirm.
All right, Your Honor.
He
Kindly proceed,
contends-
counsel.
You
he
mentioned
contends
a
of those
affidavit of
certifications or letters.
investigation, correct?
Misleading.
Yes, sir.
That's not
and,
allowed during cross. The
this affidavit
counsel
of
is now
investigation,
assuming facts that have yet to be
you-
established. Can I repeat that?
Sent a copy
This
to the
witness was
House
only
of Representatives
confronted with
Committee
certifications,
on Justice.
letters, dated this,
Yes, sir.
dated that.
You
And now,
identified
the
it
counsel now
during
asking,
the House
Your Honor,
Committee
confirm,
He's
do you
now
confirm?
testifying.
hearings on
Wait,
April
let me finish.
29,
Now he is
2025.
asking this witness to confirm that in that
Yes,
letter
sir.
there are 7 grounds.
I'm
As
showing
if
you now
this
an
witness
affidavit of
uttered those
investigation.
words. The ground is misleading, definition.
This is marked
counsel
as
is
Exhibit
assuming facts that have yet to be
D-4-46
established through this
in
witness,
series, Your Honor.
Counsel, again, the witness is not a newbie. I think he can
D-4-46
and series.
how
Is
to
there a
answer if
counterpart
indeed is
marking
familiar
from
or
the
not with what is
counsel
being
for
presented to
prosecutors?
him?
Yes, Your Honor.
And
This
thus
is
far, he has responded based on
P-1,
his knowledge.
P-4-3
of
to
these documents. Chair will allow it.
P-4-3B.
Witness may answer. Thank you. For
Sir?
the record.
This annex
Can
of
you repeat the
this
question,
affidavit of investigation
You
has
confirmed that there was a
appendages, correct?
certification
Annexes.
dated February 5,
Yes, sir.
2025. You
And it
likewise
forms a whole,
confirmed
correct?
that in said certification,
Yes,
Your Honor, compound question.
there's no
Sir,
question.
Wait.
do you confirm that
Kindly
you
wait for
signed
the
this?
presiding officer to recognize you
I'm
before
one of the
answering.
signatories.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Much
Please,
obliged, Your
counsel for the prosecutors, please finish with your objection.
Thank you so much. Can I?
Yes,
Your
please
Honor,
proceed, counsel.
Compound
Do you have
questions. The
here, sir?
witness is now being confronted with 2 successive
Kaso
questions
lang, sir,
without
yung
allowing
sinumbit
this
mo
witness
po,
to answer the first question. What makes a compound
affidavit
As far
of
as I remember, sir,
investigation
this is the final
February
affidavit of investigation, sir.
10.
Final affidavit.
witness not answer
Are you
first?
sure, Agent?
Objection, Your
Let
Honor,
me
please
remind you that
misleading.
you are under oath.
Yes,
Why
sir.
is it misleading, counsel?
The counsel said
I have
the
with me a
earlier
certification,
affidavit of
a DOJ
investigation.
certification,
In fact, Your Honor, please, you referred to the
executed
February
by
10 investigation.
J.V. Lawrence
That's
B.
not the
Bando.
earlier investigation. That is the
Senior
final
Assistant
affidavit
State
investigation
Prosecutor
submitted to the
J.V.
DOJ.
Vendong.
Misleading.
For the record, Your Honor,
Misleading,
this is
Your Honor.
Exhibit
Your Honor,
Presiding officer will ask the
4-29 for
question.
defense.
Mr.
you see this, sir?
Witness,
Yes,
did
sir.
you attach the affidavit?
This certification
of the two,
dated February 5,
witnesses that viewed the
2025,
video of the
states,
of
and
the
I
Vice
quote,
President
the
in
referral,
February 10 affidavit.
the complaint referral does
Yes, sir.
not contain all the
Let me qualify
necessary
my answer in
evidence
number 6, sir.
You
to
may do
prove
so.
the
In number
essential
6, sir,
elements of the crime.
The DOJ
Therefore, it is
requested
recommended that
affidavit
the same
to be executed regarding
first
the content
referred
of the
for
minutes.
case buildup.
I executed an affidavit attesting
Do you
to
see
those
that?
minutes. Yes, sir. Which I'm part of the
Now,
interview,
below
sir.
that,
But was it attached to
in
the
the second
February 10
page,
affidavit?
below
Yes, sir.
that, under the word notes,
Counsel for the respondent,
number
your witness.
1, therefore, states, and I quote, that there is no,
Sir,
but there
may I
are
have this
no
flashed
affidavits
on the
of the
screen,
journalists from the media outlets,
for the ease
correct?
of the court. So
My question is not
honorable
found
court
there,
can
Your
follow.
Honor.
Oh, Your Honor, please.
My question is not
Your Honor.
found there.
Okay, wait.
Under notes again, sir.
The counsel is confronting the
For the record, Your
witness
Honor, we
with
are
a document,
flashing
and
the
he asked for he propounded
certification.
questions,
I was
and then
not-
he asked another question, and he took the document
Under
away.
notes, sir,
What's
Your
the
Honor,
purpose of that?
I was
Objection,
not-
Your Honor, please.
My
number 1
question is
therefore
plain,
states,
Your
and I
Honor.
quote,
Let the witness
there is no
peruse the
affidavit of the
document you
persons
presented him
who
with.
recorded the
Let him
video
answer that through the
entitled
document.
My
VP
question is
November
plain, Your
23
Honor.
Your Honor,
Press
a
Con
witness
at Batasan
should be allowed
through open
to peruse
broadcast
the document
software
not
OBS
confronted with.
and in turn
Counsel,
stored
please,
it in a
please.
digital video disc.
Witness,
Do you see
I think
that,
the
sir?
witness understood
Yes, sir.
the question. Mr. Calilong,
Let's
you
go
may
to page
answer
2.
if you understand the question.
I will repeat the
On
question.
paragraph
Kindly
7,
repeat, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor.
it states, and I
There
quote, one of the
is
elements
still
of the
no
crime of rape
affidavits of the
threats
journalists
is that the
from
offender
media outlets
threatens another
offended on your
with
affidavit,
infliction upon the
revised
latter's
affidavit
person,
of investigation.
honor, or property,
May I qualify?
or upon
No,
that
sir.
of the
Oh,
latter's
just answer
family
yes or no.
of any
Kindly
wrong
look at the
amounting to
document
any crime.
presented to you.
In the
Only
instant
direct
complaint,
counsel can make you explain.
only the NBI
disparity,
executed
if
an
any.
affidavit, and there was no participation on the
The
part
question
of
is
the
simple.
offended parties, as
Is
it
the
appears.
are the affidavits
NBI
attached
is not
to,
the offended
the
party
affidavit
for the
of
crime of rape
investigation?
theft. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
Above this, in paragraph 6, it states that, and I quote, only the minutes of the meeting with several personalities and representatives from various media outfits were submitted. And although the minutes were signed, there was no individual affidavit executed regarding the contents of said minutes. Do you see that, sir?
Yes, sir.
On paragraph 5, it states that, and I quote, the affidavit of one Patria Morales mentioned that she stored these footages in a USB and submitted it to the NBI. However, there was no USB attached to the complaint, only a DVD was attached.
Your Honor, my question does not
There was no
relate
detail
to the question
regarding
of
the
Kindly show
contents
the
of this
witness,
DVD.
counsel.
Do you see that, sir?
Yes,
I
sir.
will
If it will enable him
On
to
paragraph
give,
4,
an
it states, and I
intelligent
quote,
answer to
Annex
the
L did not indicate
certification
who made such
and
TSN.
put it to
there was
paragraph
also no
number 6.
affidavit of the person who made the TSN. Do you see that?
Paragraph Yes, sir. number 6 states
On paragraph
that
3, it
only the
states that, and I
minutes of
quote,
meeting with
Annex-
several personalities
annexes
and
I and
representatives from
K,
various media
open
outfits were
parenthesis,
submitted.
DVDs
Although
with
the
markings
minutes were signed, there were no
NBI-C-2412-43-6-2 and
So the answer is the affidavits are not attached. Affidavits of the two journalists are not attached. I think
close
that's the only
parenthesis,
question of
were
counsel
not
for the
accompanied
Thank you.
by an affidavit of the record and TSN, also affidavit of the one who will execute the
Instead,
TSN.
sir, as you confirmed,
Yes, sir.
what you
On
appended
paragraph
on
2, it
to the
states, and I
affidavit
quote,
of
the press briefing
investigation
conducted
are
on October
affidavits
18 was not recorded
NBI
and or stored in a
agents,
DVD,
correct?
no video
Yes, sir.
submitted, and there was
Not
no
the
TSN
journalists
of
who were
said
present.
briefing
The one
during
who
the
the
November
necessary
23,
affidavit of the
2024
person
press conference.
taking
The one who
the
interviewed.
CSN.
Yeah, the one in doing the video.
Yes, sir.
Not the journalist.
Yes, sir.
Ask and answer, Your Honor.
Now, you are
Sir,
aware
in the revised affidavit of investigation dated February 10, 2025 that you
Sir,
identified.
so
despite now DOJ's
is
recommendation
your memory
number 7,
refreshed, sir? Did the DOJ send back
Can
the
we show again
original affidavit
DOJ
of
recommendation
investigation
number
to
7?
the NBI?
As for, yes,
In
sir.
the certification
Thank you.
dated February 5, 2025,
Now, you are aware
it is
that
still the NBI
on
Cybercrime Division.
February
that is the
11,
complaint.
2025, the NBI, through its then director, retired Judge Jaime B.
believe this is
Santiago,
answered
wrote
on
to
the
the
letter
Office of the
Sir,
Prosecutor
my
General,
answer is answerable
submitting a
by yes and no.
revised
Complainant
affidavit
is still
of
the NBI
investigation.
Cybercrime
Yes, sir.
Division.
This is your affidavit of investigation dated
The supposed offended parties in this case would be President Bongbong Marcos,
February
the First
10,
Lady
right?
Lisa
February
Marcos,
10, 2025.
the former Speaker of the House,
Wait,
Martin
wait, wait,
Romualdez.
wait. So, objection, Your Honor. The
Did President Marcos appear before the
The
NBI during its
defense
investigation?
said that this is your
Did the First Lady
affidavit,
Lisa
February
Marcos
dated
appear
February
before the
10th,
NBI during its
without
investigation?
showing any document
Did the former
Without
Speaker
asking,
Martin
sir,
Romualdez
how
appear
could a
before the
witness
NBI
answer
during its
to
investigation?
a question
No, sir.
Sir,
that he is not, that is not accompanied with a document?
I'm showing you
What would be the
again
basis
for the
for
record the
question
affidavit
and
of
And this is
investigation.
your
Sir,
affidavit.
did you
I will
attach
reform,
to
Your Honor.
that
kindly
affidavit of
reform, counsel.
investigation
Thank you.
dated February
This
10,
is your
2025?
affidavit.
An affidavit of the President
dated
Marcos.
Dated February 10,
Only the responses.
2024,
Sir.
correct?
Listen to my question.
Please check.
That's
Did
the
you?
answer.
Your Honor, he did not answer, so I am entitled to
That's
ask
his
again.
answer.
Not responsive. The question was, Mr. Witness, did you attach the affidavit of President Marcos to the February 10 affidavit?
No, sir.
Did you attach an affidavit of the First Lady Lisa Marcos on your affidavit?
No, sir.
Did you attach an affidavit of former Speaker Martin Romualdez on your affidavit of investigation?
No, sir.
To your knowledge, if you know, sir, did President Marcos file any criminal complaint against Vice President Sara Duterte as a result of the November 23, 2024 online press conference?
He made a statement.
No, sir. My question is, if you know, did the President file any criminal complaint against the Vice President?
I have no personal knowledge.
Did the First Lady Lisa Araneta Marcos file any criminal complaint against VP Sara?
I have no personal knowledge.
How about the Speaker
Honor,
Martin
can I make a
Romualdez? Did he
manifestation,
file
Your Honor, please?
any criminal
Your Honor,
complaint
can we
against
object
VP
again
Sara
to
as a
this
result
manifestation?
of the November 23,
I will not even
2024
object. I'm being
online
generous.
press
Your
conference?
Honor,
I have no personal knowledge.
Counsel, let's wait for the witness to
Did you
review.
really
It's several
investigate this
minutes.
case?
Your
Withdrawn,
Honor,
Your Honor.
argument that
Withdrawn.
Your
Signature is on the
Honor,
last
you
page.
really
Withdraw
investigate
the
this.
responding objection to
How about
question
the
style,
Speaker
manner
Martin
of cross-examination
Romualdez?
of the
In other
counsel
words,
first
sir,
on the proper
the
time.
alleged offended parties were not included as complainants in the case you filed with the Department of Justice.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Based-
Thank you. And despite the fact that the NBI Cybercrime Division did not comply with recommendations number 6 and number 7 in the certification dated February
the
5, 2026,
amended
it
affidavit of
nevertheless filed
investigation?
the revised affidavit of investigation
This is
dated
photocopy
February
of
10,
the
Yes, sir.
2025,
This is the
that you
amended one.
identified today.
Yes, sir. The photocopy,
Can I
sir.
qualify
Thank
my
you.
answer, sir?
With
No,
the
sir.
permission of counsel,
Just answer with
Mr.
yes
Calino,
or no.
what was the date of the
Witness
first
may be allowed to
affidavit
answer
you
according
submitted
to,
that was
how he
returned
wishes to
by the
explain.
DOJ to the NBI? You may proceed, Mr. Witness, to answer.
As far as I
yes, sir.
remember, January
Thank you,
30,
For this case po,
And was,
we complied with the requirements of the DOJ.
when the
That's why we
certification was
secured
issued,
a second
we complied with the
certification
requirements
wherein
and submitted
our
it on
documents
February
is-
10.
Have
That's
you
why there's more
identified
preliminary
that affidavit of
investigation.
investigation dated
Thank you.
January
And
30
the certification is
in yesterday's proceedings? No. Yes or no?
a certification
Have you
dated
identified the January
February
30?
2025, correct?
The one that I identified, Your Honor,
Kindly
is
show
the
the witness the
authentication.
This is
Your
not
Honor.
the.
Not the affidavit of investigation. So you have not done so.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, sir.
This one, you have not done so too.
Yes, Your Honor.
So,
For the
apologies,
record,
Your Honor.
Counsel, you may proceed.
February 11. This was also executed by Senior Assistant State Prosecutor J.V. Lawrence B. Bandong, correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm showing you now a letter dated January
Now let's
30
discuss
from
the
the
nature
former
of the
NBI Director
investigation you
Jaime Santiago.
conducted.
Now, I have to object, Your Honor, please.
You claimed in your
the
affidavit,
defense has
sir,
been confronting
that
this witness with documents.
Affidavit of
without
investigation
marking
that
and
the NBI
identifying the
began its
source of these
investigation into the
documents.
VP's
Your Honor,
role
that's plucking out of thin
because
air
it
a
was
document,
directed by the
presenting them the
DOJ to do
document
so.
to the witness,
Photocopy
and withdrawing the
of indirect
document
Your Honor, that's up to
without
the...
even introducing this piece of evidence.
Do you understand what you just said,
Out
sir?
this piece of exhibits into evidence. So my question
I'm
is,
just asking,
to that,
sir.
Your Honor, please.
I'm asking, sir, it
the,
makes sense, Your Honor.
Argumentative
presiding officer,
counsel.
is the defense
Mutu proprio,
not
sir. Means-
entering this
Oh,
document.
no, objection. You cannot lecture
into
counsel.
evidence
Sir, what does mutuo
cross-examination.
you
They can
mentioned
do so at
mutuo
the proper
proprio.
time,
What does it
counsel,
mean?
but insofar as the
Even
witness is
without a complainant,
concerned,
we started
I think the basis was laid when he said that he executed
sure,
only
sir?
one
Oh,
affidavit
argumentative.
of
Are you
investigation
sure,
in
sir?
connection Move with on, this case. counsel, move on. Now it seems that there are two affidavits,
I would like to make
both of which have not yet been presented. One will be presented, I think, by Attorney
How about
Lotok.
the record?
Your Honor, for
The
the
first
record,
one, we're not aware of it.
Your
Is that
Honor,
correct, counsel for the respondent?
Okay.
Your Honor, he
Directed
just identified
investigation. What does that
a
mean?
copy of the
there is
affidavit
instruction
of
from our
investigation.
Date.
Honor, that was just a statement.
Counsel,
Oh,
kindly wait.
exactly. Your
That
Honor,
Is
a
laying the
statement-
is laying
You
the
were
basis for a
aware
question.
that the
Go to your question,
then director,
counsel.
retired
Sir, the
Judge
NBI,
B.
of course, you're from the
Santiago,
NBI,
wrote
under
to
the
the office
Department
of
of
the
Justice.
Prosecutor General submitting
Your Honor, we
a
can take
revised
judicial
affidavit
notice
of
of that.
investigation.
Your Honor,
Want to buy and ship goods from the
I'm on
U.S.?
cross, Your Honor.
With My U.S.,
There are things
it's
that
easy.
cannot be discussed.
Your Honor, please.
Counsel,
Can I-
now
Your
that
Honor, please.
Counsel, let's give him some latitude. Although
secretary-
we, although
letter
we
Letter
can,
dated
although
February
we can
11,
take judicial notice of that,
2025.
it's part of his cross-examination.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. The
For the
Secretary of
record, this
Justice
is Exhibit
meanwhile the head of the DOJ,
D-4-43.
correct?
Yes, sir.
Of,
The
For
Secretary
the
of Justice
defense.
exercises
up for the
control and
defense,
supervision
you mean,
over the NBI.
Pre-marked.
Pre-marked.
Yes,
But even
No,
Because when
no
you
more,
say-
no more questions.
Mark
Yes
as
or no,
evidence
Mr. Witness?
for
If you know,
the
pre-mark.
defense, it's not yet. That's your
Mr.
third
Witness?
has-
The Secretary of Justice
you have
exercises
yet to
control
present the,
and
your
supervision
exhibit,
over
so
the
it should be
NBI.
pre-marked, Your Honor, please.
Yes or
No,
no?
it's pre-marked, and I believe both the defense and the respondent,
you
the
do not
prosecution also have common
Oh, Your
pieces of
Honor, that's
evidence which you
argument
decided
that
during
if-
pre-trial. This is
Sir,
not
are
one of
you-
them.
No.
Which you
Alright, Your
decided during pre-trial to be
Are you
marked
aware of
separately.
One of those
Book 4,
few,
Chapter 8,
common pieces of
supervision
Yes, there are a few.
and control of
Sir,
the admin code.
please proceed, counsel, to the
Section
respondent.
39 Your Honor, I have no
Witness may
question
answer.
yet.
There is the
Please.
signature above the
Section
name Judge
39
Jaime
For the
B.
prosecutor,
Santiago.
let the counsel for respondent
signature is
finish his
that?
Yes,
question.
Your Honor. Your Honor,
Section
now, I would like to
939
object to
thereof.
the relevance.
Secretary's authority.
A letter
The
is
Secretary
being,
shall have the
witness
supervision
being
and
confronted
control
with a
over the
letter
bureaus,
coming
offices,
from
and
the
agencies
former
under
NBI
him.
Director Judge
Supervision and
Jaime
control.
B. Santiago.
Sir, my
And
question is this.
Witness is now being asked
Is
to
the
identify whose
NBI, the
signatures. That's
National
obvious.
Bureau of
I'll allow it
Investigation,
conditionally if you can show the relevance
Under-
insofar
a
as your
bureau
ability to
under
test the credibility
the
and the
sec-
accuracy
the
of the
Department
witness is
of
concerned.
Justice.
In the meantime, I'll allow it. Kindly
you.
show the connection, counsel.
Thank you. And, sir, the President has control over all
whose signature is
executive
this?
departments, correct?
I believe so, sir.
The DOJ is one of those executive departments, correct?
Yes, sir.
And the current President is
As far
Ferdinand
as I remember,
Marcos Jr.,
signature of
correct?
We
Director
agree to that.
Santiago.
That's
Thank you.
judicial notice.
Your Honor, please. Yes
There's
or
no
no?
other
Yes.
president. We
Oh,
only
he
have
answered
one
already.
On
president.
the last line of
Already
the
asked
letter,
and answered.
on the
The
fourth
head
page,
of
sir,
the executive branch is President Ferdinand
Please
Marcos
take a
Jr.,
look.
correct?
Yes, sir.
The
Last
very
line.
same
It says,
Ferdinand Marcos
and I
Jr.,
quote,
who you said
to
was an
support
offended
our
party in the
recommendations
case against
attached
Vice
herein
President
is the
Duterte.
revised affidavit
Yes, sir.
of
So,
investigation.
in other words,
including its
the
attachments.
NBI investigated
Did you see
and
that,
filed the
Agent?
complaint. The DOJ directed the investigation and will determine whether
sir.
the case should
Thank you.
proceed to court. And
And you
alleged
confirm that the
offended party,
November, the former
President
NBI Director
Marcos,
Jaime Santiago
is
wrote
the constitutional
to
head
the Prosecutor
of the executive
General,
branch,
Objection.
Richard
exercising
Anthony
control
Di
over both
Fadolion,
the DOJ and the NBI.
a letter
I withdraw,
dated
Your Honor.
I withdraw.
February
I withdraw, Your Honor.
The ground is-
I withdraw.
January 30,
Oh, Your Honor.
2025.
It's even more compound.
This is one of the
question.
documents that you
Several-
submitted
Your Honor. Withdraw.
to the Committee on Justice,
Move
correct?
on.
Sir, you testified earlier that
okay,
you
I will show you
investigated
now.
the Vice President in relation to the press briefing that she conducted
May I have
on
this
November
flashed
23, 2024.
on the screen.
Yes, sir.
This investigation by the NBI Cybercrime Division was started after the conduct of the November 23, 2024 press briefing of the Vice President, correct?
Yes, sir.
So basically, to put it simply, the investigation was done after the supposed incident on November 23, 2024.
The same day, sir.
The same day, but after.
Oy, Your Honor, the same day then after.
Same, not responsive, Your
Counsel,
Honor.
clarify your question.
Do you recall this
The
document?
investigation was done after, later than,
Yes, sir.
the
Yes.
supposed incident on November 23, 2024.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You mean to say later that day?
January
Yes, Your Honor.
30,
Because how can you
2025
investigate something
is a
that
date
hasn't happened
earlier
yet?
than
Correct.
February 10,
proceed.
2025, correct?
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're not one of the participants
Hasn't answered your
prosecutor.
response.
of the press conference on November
Your Honor,
23,
the
2025,
witness
correct?
being asked which...
Your Honor,
should
ask
you
and
do
Do you
answer.
have
first?
personal knowledge about
I mean,
what transpired
relevance, Your
during
Honor.
that press briefing?
Relevance.
Counsel, Counsel,
live streamed, sir.
if the witness
did not
knows
watch
and
that
the
live
counsel
stream,
for
correct?
respondent will be
In real
given the
time.
latitude to test
Yes,
the
sir.
credibility, accuracy,
You only
and
acquired
completeness
knowledge
of the testimony
about it when you started
of the
investigating
witness. But we
later
know
that day.
your continuing objection, because you already sound frustrated, counsel, in regard
You
to
also
this
do not
line
have
of
personal
questioning
knowledge
by
of
the
the
I'm very
counsel
answers
for
patient,
or
the
Your
threats
Honor.
made
respondent.
by
I'm
the
very
Vice
patient.
President during that press conference.
The counsel for respondent may
Press
proceed.
briefing.
Witness
Thank
may
you.
answer.
You only
He
acquired
already
knowledge
answered,
about
Your
it
Honor. Thank you.
when you started
You
investigating.
earlier confirmed that there was actually a certification
You also
dated
do not
February
have personal
5,
knowledge of the alleged
2025.
assassin that was
You like
Allegedly
well,
hired
Objection
by the Vice
misleading. I
President.
don't
I have no
remember
question,
this
Your Honor.
witness
It came to
Let
my
Stating
the
that there
counsel
was
finish with this
personal
question,
knowledge,
counsel.
sir.
No, sir.
he even read it, Your Honor. You likewise
Now, during
confirmed
your
that in that
testimony
said
yesterday,
certification,
you mentioned that
dated
during your
February 5,
investigation,
2025,
the November
the earlier
2024
affidavit of
press
investigation
briefing conducted
were
by the
subject
Vice
to
President,
7
you
recommendations.
preserved a copy
And
of said
you
press
confirmed that
briefing
you read that.
through open source
Objection.
investigation.
misleading, Your Honor,
objection?
please.
Preserve
Now
the
the
copy
council
through open
mentioned
podcast
7
software.
grounds.
Thank you for the correction.
7 grounds, and I don't
One of the
remember
videos that you were
this witness
able to preserve in
uttering the
relation
term
to your
7 grounds.
investigation
What I
is the
do
screen
remember, Your Honor,
recording
please,
of
is
the
that
November
this witness
23,
was confronted
2024
with
press
a
briefing
certification, a
conducted
letter,
by the
whatever.
Vice President,
But
right?
now this,
Yes, sir.
the council is now
Your Honor,
asking
may I move
this
that
witness
the
to confirm
very same,
the contents of
USB
those
be
certifications or
unsealed
letters
and
misleading.
shown the- No,
That's
Your-
not allowed
by the
during
the
cross. The
prosecutor's
council
exhibit
is now assuming facts
P-4-10
that
be
have yet to
unsealed
be
and
established.
shown the witness.
Can I repeat that? This witness was only confronted with certifications, letters,
Counsel for the
dated this, dated
prosecutor,
that.
so instructed.
And now, the council now asking,
Your Honor.
Your
do you
Honor, please,
confirm-
he's
do you
now
confirm
testifying.
rights? Wait, let me finish. Now he is asking this witness to confirm that in that letter there are 7 grounds, as if this witness uttered those words. The ground is misleading, definition. This council is assuming facts that have yet to be established through this witness, Your Honor, please.
Counsel, again, the witness is not a newbie. I think he can handle himself and would know how to answer if indeed he is familiar or not with what is being presented to him. And thus far, he has responded based on his knowledge of these documents. Chair will allow it. Witness may answer.
Sir,
November 20.
Can you repeat the question, counsel?
You confirmed that there was a certification dated
is
February
exhibit
5, 2025. You
P-4-10.
likewise confirmed that in said certification,
Your Honor, compound question.
there's no question.
Wait.
Kindly wait
Your
for
Honor,
the
may I
presiding
request that
officer to
unseal,
recognize you before answering.
yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
USB
Please,
that it
counsel
be
for the
allowed to be
prosecutors,
played.
please finish with your objection. Which
Thank you so
part,
much.
counsel?
Your Honor, we
Can
will
I?
play
Yes, please proceed,
various
counsel.
parts of
Compound
the
questions. The
not the
witness
whole,
is now
for
being
the-
confronted
as
with
the-
2
That's what I was
successive
worried about.
questions.
Yes, Your Honor. We
without
understood
allowing
by
this
the faces
witness
of the
to answer the
honorable
first
members
question.
of the court.
What makes a compound question?
So you will. No need to lecture, counsel.
we'll
Counsel for
display
respondent, please
parts.
reform.
Yes,
Your Honor,
Okay.
I had no
And
question.
you identified, I presume,
He already,
the time
I had no
Yes,
question.
we have, Your Honor.
Kindly proceed Witness with your may open question. the
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
And counsel
The
for
earlier
the
affidavit of
prosecutors is
investigation
instructed to,
was subject
accompany
to 7
counsel
recommendations
with
from the
counsel's for
DOJ
Vague, Your Honor,
for
please,
case building.
objection vague.
The
The
technique
earlier
to make sure
investigation,
this is
which
continuously being
investigation is
presented.
the council referring
For the
to?
record,
We
Your Honor,
already-
this
Objection
witness is opening
vague.
the
We already
prosecution's
established, Your Honor,
exhibit
there was an earlier one.
P-4-10.
Overruled again. The witness is competent
This is
enough
the
to
video
testify. Overruled.
dated
Witness,
November
kindly
23,
proceed with your
2024.
question, counsel.
Yes. In the revised affidavit,
Part
Not
of
for
the
videos,
interview, sir.
but for the
But was
copies
it
of
attached to the
affidavits,
February 10 affidavit?
Yes, sir.
So if they can put one here.
Secretariat, counsel
the
for the
others have
respondent, your
another, but
witness.
I can
Thank
speak
you.
For those in the front row, we would like to request. Thank you.
The
sir,
clerk of court,
but
rather, is
there are
instructed
no
to kindly
affidavits
install a
of
TV
the journalists
monitor in
from the
front
media outlets, correct?
of the tables of the counsel for the parties instead
My question
of,
is not found there, Your Honor.
of
Your
the
Honor, please,
witness
sir.
stand.
My question is
Your
not
Honor,
found there.
okay, wait. The council is confronting the witness with a document,
the
and he
table of the
asked,
counsel
he
for the
propounded
parties.
questions,
I was
and then
not
he
here.
asked another question, and he took the document away. What's
Your
the
Honor,
purpose of that?
I was
Objection,
not-
Your Honor, please.
My question is plain, Your Honor.
Let the
Do you-
witness peruse the document you presented him with. Let
My-
him answer that through a document.
My question is plain, Your Honor.
Your Honor, a witness should be allowed to peruse the document
I am
that he
not-
was confronted with.
Counsels, please. Witness, I think the witness understood the question. Mr. Calilong, you may answer if you understand the question.
I will repeat the question. Your
Kindly
Honor.
repeat, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Counsel, for the record,
There
and for
were,
reference,
there
kindly
is still
identify
no
the timestamp
affidavits of
that
the
you will be
journalists
playing. I presume in
from
chronological
media
order.
outlets
Your
appended
Honor, for
on
the
your
record, we are
affidavit-
showing the
revised
witness
affidavit
a part of the video marked as the
qualify
prosecution's
to
exhibit.
No, sir.
P
Just answer
-4
yes or no.
Kindly look at the document
First
presented
video,
to you.
the timestamp
On redirect,
around
counsel can make you explain
0001
the disparity, if any.
27 to 0002
The question is simple.
20 of
Is the,
November
are the
23,
affidavits attached to
2023
the
press
affidavit of
briefing as
investigation?
contained in the video that you identified yesterday, sir?
Your Honor, may we ask that the video be played at those specific timestamps?
to lift that order of contempt because they said that was the procedure. If they were not able to rule on that, how were they able to come up with an order,
May I see the
to
question number
transfer
6?
me to the women's correctional?
Your Honor, my
in the
question
dead
does not
of the
relate
night?
to question number
Kindly
6.
show the witness,
Bakit ganun?
counsel.
Wala na pong rights yung mga tao.
I will.
If it will enable him to give an intelligent answer
Can we
to your
please
question.
flash certification and put it to paragraph number 6?
Wala, bakit ka? I don't understand.
Your Honor, may I
The
ask that
paragraph
the
number
video
6
be
states
stopped?
that only the minutes of meeting with
Sir,
several
do you know who
personalities
that
and
is?
representatives from
In the
various
screen,
media
in the video that
outfits
you
were
identified.
submitted. Although the minutes were signed, there were no individual affidavit executed
And
regarding to the
Attorney
content
Zulaika,
of the
as far as you
minutes.
meant. Attorney
Only-
Zulaika,
Okay, sir. I have no
So the
question.
answer is
in
the
relation to the
affidavits
Vice
are not
President.
attached.
You may answer.
I have
not a
executed
yes or
an
no
affidavit,
question.
sir.
No, the
Sir,
affidavits of the two journalists are not attached. I think that's the only question of
Yes, sir.
counsel for the respondent.
COS
Thank you, Your Honor.
Chief of Staff, right? And she is there in that video because she was cited in contempt by
Instead,
the
sir,
House of Representatives.
as you confirmed, what
If
you
you are aware,
appended on the
You're the
to
investigator.
the affidavit of investigation are affidavits
Prior to the...
of NBI agents.
Sir, my question again.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Let the
About to
witness
answer.
answer. Witness
Not
is in
the
process of
journalists who were
answering.
present
Prior to the one who
during the
interviewed,
November 23, 24
but based
press
on
conference.
The one who interviewed, sir. During
Yeah, the
video,
one who interviewed.
It was, I think it was mentioned.
Not the
So
journalists.
you didn't
Yes, sir.
Ash can answer, Your
investigate
Honor.
the things that happened prior to the scene.
Sir, in the revised affidavit of
Yes or no?
investigation dated February 10, 2025 that you identified,
I did, sir. That's why there's an
despite
October 18th, sir.
DOJ's
So what happened
recommendation
before
number
that?
7,
If you investigated,
I
what
only
happened?
say I don't have personal knowledge.
Can we
because
show
I'm
again
not present during that time.
DOJ recommendation number
Witness
7.
is not responsive. The question was
In the certification
what
dated
happened
February
prior
5,
to this video,
2025.
this particular clip of the video.
It is still the NBI
Do you know, given that you
Cybercrime Division
investigated
that is the
incident,
complainant.
as you said.
As far as I remember, there is a hearing in the... I believe this is answered on the letter of the director. House of Representatives.
Sir, my answer is
What
answerable
committee, sir?
by yes and no. The complainant is still the NBI Cybercrime Division.
What happened?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. The supposed offended parties in this case would be President Bongbong Marcos,
COS Yes, sir. was cited in contempt.
the First Lady
By who,
Lisa
sir?
Marcos,
Yes, sir. I can't remember.
the former Speaker of the House,
You
Martin
investigated, I
Romualdez.
withdraw.
Yes,
Your
sir.
Honor.
Did President Marcos appear before the
Can we play-
NBI during its
Let me show you
investigation?
timestamps around 002.
Did the First Lady
to
Lisa Marcos
00
appear before the NBI during its
2933.
investigation?
This is the same prosecution's exhibit.
Did the former Speaker Martin Romualdez appear before the NBI
That
during its
is the video
investigation?
you identified yesterday.
No,
Your
sir.
Honor, may we request
Sir?
that that video be played?
I'm showing you again for the record the affidavit of
lalabas.
investigation.
Hindi ako
Sir, did you attach to that affidavit of investigation dated February 10, 2025, an affidavit of the President Marcos?
Sorry. Go ahead.
Only the
So
response.
after you pushed
Sir,
back, attorney,
listen to
they
my question.
left the room. No?
Did
Somehow,
you-
did they
Your Honor, he did not answer, so I'm
appreciate
entitled
that?
to ask again.
Not
the
responsive.
detail
The question was,
accurately.
Mr. Witness,
Because I think
did you
alam ko
attach
naman
the
nila kung mali
affidavit
yung
of
ginagawa nila.
President
Hindi ko
Marcos
people
to
in
the
dead
February
of
10
the night.
affidavit?
What is
No,
that?
sir.
Did
It's
you
your, diba,
attach
office business
an
hour,
affidavit
I
of the
mean,
First
official
Lady,
business
Lisa
hour.
Marcos, on
Kasi
your
hindi naman
affidavit?
ako criminal eh. I am not a criminal.
Did you attach an affidavit of former Speaker
In their
Martin
facility,
Romualdez
I
on your
am assured
affidavit
them
of
already that I will
investigation?
attend. They're hearing on Monday.
To your knowledge, if you know,
So
sir,
why will they treat me
did
like
President
that?
Marcos
So
file
that's why
any
I said I
criminal
want my
complaint
lawyers,
against
I want my
Vice President
lawyers.
Sara Duterte as a result of the November 23, 2024 online press conference.
Sir,
He
did
made
you
an
consider this
No,
in
sir.
making your
My question is,
evaluation in the
if you
revised
know,
affidavit
did
of
the
investigation
President
dated
file
February
any
10,
criminal
2025?
complaint
Yes.
against the Vice President?
I have no personal
Now let me
knowledge.
show you timestamps.
Did the First Lady
around
Lisa Araneta Marcos
0033,
file any criminal
05
complaint
to
against VP Sara?
003432
I have no
of the
personal
November 23,
How about the Speaker,
2023
Martin
press
Romualdez?
briefing,
Did he
as
file
contained in the
any
video
criminal
that you
complaint
identified
against VP
yesterday,
Sara
the
as a result
prosecution's exhibit
of the
P-4-10?
November 23,
Your
2024
Honor, may we
online
request
press
that-
conference?
I have no personal knowledge.
Did you really investigate this case?
Oh, Your
Withdrawn,
Honor,
Your Honor.
argumentative,
Withdrawn.
Your Honor, please.
Withdrawn.
Did you really investigate this?
How about
Question
the
has been
Speaker,
withdrawn.
Martin Romualdez? In other words, sir, the alleged offended parties were not
By
included
myself,
as complainants
if I didn't feel
in the
that I
case you
was
filed with the
being
Department of
threatened,
Justice.
My life is being
Yes, sir.
threatened.
Thank you.
Based-
Thank you.
And
And despite the fact that the NBI Cybercrime Division did not comply with recommendations number 6 and number 7 in the certification dated February 5, 2026, it nevertheless filed the revised affidavit of investigation dated February 10, 2025 that you identified today.
Can I qualify my answer, sir?
No, sir. Just answer with a yes or no.
To my life.
Witness may be allowed to answer according to how he wishes to explain.
They gang up on
You may proceed, Mr. Witness, to answer.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor. For this case po, we complied with the requirements of the DOJ. That's why we secured a second certification wherein our documents is enough.
Yes?
May I qualify my answer,
Based
sir?
on
On
that,
that, it's
yes.
only the DOJ, sir.
Based on you said above
There's
the
a reason why
DOJ,
I-
sir.
No, sir. Above the
Sir,
NBI.
you said above. May I ask for a reading?
Argumentative, Your Honor,
Counsel,
argumentative.
counsel, again, I would have to sustain the objection. It is argumentative. I heard
All
the
right,
answer, and he meant as a general term above, but referring apparently to only the DOJ in this particular instance.
We submit, Your Honor.
Please proceed.
You confirmed that the NBI Cybercrime Division is the complainant in the case against the Vice President, and that the DOJ filed this with the NBI filed this with the DOJ.
Objection, compound, Your Honor. That's a
No
compound
question, Your Honor. That was just a statement.
Counsel,
Oh,
kindly wait.
exactly. Your Honor, a
He's laying
statement.
the basis for a question. Go to your question, counsel.
Sir, the NBI, of course, you're from the NBI, is under the Department of Justice.
Under Article
Your Honor, we can take judicial notice of that.
Your Honor,
it's inciting to sedition.
If
defined
I'm on
and
cross, Your Honor.
penalized under
I know,
Article
but sir, there are things that
No,
will not be discussed.
Your Honor, please.
Can I,
Your Honor, please.
Counsel, let's give him some latitude.
second-
Much
Although we
obliged.
can take judicial notice of that, it's
see
part
that,
of
sir,
his cross-examination.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. The Secretary of Justice is meanwhile the
conclusion
head
was
of the
reached by you
DOJ.
together with other
Correct?
affiants
Yes, sir.
of the revised affidavit.
The Secretary of Justice
Investigation
exercises
dated
control
February
and
10,
supervision
2025,
over the
correct?
NBI.
Yes, sir. Yes, but
Now, sir,
even
Yo, no more questions.
Yes or no,
Answer,
Mr.
Ring.
Witness?
Answer.
If you know. Asked and answered.
To date, we are
Can you
aware
repeat, sir?
Mr. Witness?
Are
The
you
Secretary
aware
of
if
Justice
any court
exercises
has
control
convicted
and
Vice
supervision
President
over the
of grave
NBI.
debts over what
Yes or
transpired
no?
on November 23,
under, sir.
2024?
But we're independent.
So you do not know.
Oh, Your Honor, that's
sorry.
argumentative. So
Sir, are
do
you-
not know?
Mr. Witness, as
All right,
far
Your
as you
Honor.
know, no.
Are you aware of Book 4, Chapter 8,
To date, are we-
Supervision and Control
are you
of
aware
the
if
Admin Code?
Any
Section
court has
39,
convicted the
Your
Vice
Honor, I have no
President
question
of
yet.
inciting
Please.
sedition over what transpired.
Section
Counsel for
39.
the prosecutor, let the counsel for respondent finish his question.
Yes, Your Honor.
Section 39 thereof. Thank you. Secretary's authority. The Secretary shall have the supervision and control over the bureaus, offices, and agencies under him. Supervision and control. Sir, my question is this.
Attached to the revised affidavit
Is the
of
NBI, the
investigation,
National
which
Bureau
you
of
identified,
Investigation,
submitted to the DOJ and the
under
Committee on
a
Justice,
bureau under
is your affidavit of transcription
the Department of
press
Justice?
conference
Yes,
on
sir.
November
Thank you.
23, 2024.
And, sir, the
showing you
President has
For the
control
record, sir,
over
Your
all
Honor, I will
executive
show
departments,
the-
correct?
I believe so, sir.
The DOJ is one of those executive departments, correct?
Yes, sir.
And the current President is Ferdinand Marcos Jr., correct?
We
So please
agree
take a
to
look.
that. That's judicial notice.
Your Honor, please. Yes or
There's
no?
no other
Yes.
president. We
Oh,
only
he
have
answered
one
already, Your Honor.
president.
Already asked and answered.
The head of the executive branch is
Please
President
state-
Ferdinand Marcos
state in
Jr.,
the-
correct?
For the record,
Yes, sir.
this is your
The
affidavit.
very
of transcription.
same Ferdinand Marcos Jr., who you said was an offended party in the case against Vice President Duterte.
Yes, sir.
So, in other
transcript,
words, the NBI
refers to the
investigated
press
and
conference
filed the
on November
complaint.
23,
The
2024.
DOJ directed the investigation and will determine whether the case should proceed to court.
Yes, sir.
And the
You
alleged
signed
offended
this on
party,
December 20,
President
2024.
Marcos, is the constitutional head of the executive
please
branch,
take a look
at your
exercising control over both the
paragraph
DOJ and the NBI. I
Your Honor,
withdraw, Your Honor. I withdraw. I withdraw, Your
It's the
Honor.
ground-
I withdraw.
Investigation.
Oh, Your
The
Honor.
undersigned
It's even
was
more
tasked
compound question.
Nothing to object to.
Several
Withdraw,
subject
Your
matter
Honor.
video.
Withdraw.
Counsel,
Withdraw.
press
move
conference
on.
of Vice President Sara Duterte.
Sir,
on
you
23
testified
November
earlier that you
2024,
investigated the Vice
which was
President
saved
in
on
relation to the
DVD.
press briefing
You
that she
read that, sir?
conducted on November 23,
On paragraph 3
2024.
thereof.
Yes, sir.
Let's read it together.
This investigation by the
Transcribed the
NBI
video
Cybercrime
mentioned
Division was
above
started
within the
after
resulted-
the
which
conduct
resulted
of
in
the
the
November
CCD
23,
transcript.
2024
Here's what's
press briefing of
Here's
the
what
Vice
that-
President, correct?
Yes,
And
sir.
4,
So basically,
I
to put
hereby
it
certify
simply,
that the above
the
mentioned
investigation was
evidence
done
has been
after
faithfully
the supposed
transcribed
incident
and that has
on
not
November
been
23,
edited, altered,
2024.
or changed
The
in
same
any way.
day, sir.
Did you read that?
The same day, but after.
And
Oh,
I am
Your Honor, the
on
same day
number
than
5,
after.
Paragraph 5.
Same-
I am executing
Not responsive, Your Honor.
Counsel, clarify your question.
Same day,
The
same day.
investigation was
Facts
done
and
after,
circumstances
later
and for
than,
whatever
the supposed
legal
incident
intent
on
and
November
purpose
23,
it
2024.
may
Yes, sir.
serve.
Thank you.
Did you read
You
that,
mean
sir?
to say later that day?
Yes, Your Honor.
These
Because how can you
statements of
investigate
yours,
something
this
that hasn't
affidavit of
happened
yours,
yet?
Correct.
These
Sir.
were all done
Please
under
proceed.
oath, correct?
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're not one of the participants
And you were offered as an
participants
expert in
of the press
digital
conference on
forensic
November 23,
examination
2025,
with
correct?
a
Yes, sir.
whopping 2 weeks of
So
training.
you do not have
Do
personal
you
knowledge
confirm
about
that transcription
what transpired
of the
during that press
screen-recorded
briefing,
video
correct?
of the press
It was live
conference of
streamed, sir.
VP Sara
You did
Sara
not watch that
Duterte
live stream, correct?
On the 23 November
In real time.
2024 has been
Yes, sir.
faithfully transcribed.
You only acquired knowledge about it when you started investigating later that day.
Okay, sir, but my
Yes, sir.
question is,
You also
the
do not
press
have personal
conference
knowledge of the
VP
alleged
Sara
threats
Duterte
made by the Vice President during
the
that press
transcription
conference.
of the screen-recorded
Press
video
briefing, sorry.
of the press
After the press
conference of VP Sara Duterte on 23 November
You only acquired knowledge about it
2024
when you started
was
investigating.
faithfully transcribed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You also do not have personal knowledge of the alleged assassin that was allegedly hired by the Vice President.
It came to my knowledge upon...
Personal knowledge, sir.
No, sir.
Sir, attached to this.
Now, during your
affidavit
testimony
is
yesterday,
the transcript,
you mentioned
correct?
that during your
Please take a look.
investigation on the November 23,
Your
2024
Honor,
press
may I ask
briefing
again
conducted
that
by the
the
Vice
video,
President, you preserved a
parts
copy
of the video
of
be
said press
played
briefing through
of the
open
press
source
conference on
investigation.
November 23,
Correct?
2024.
Preserve
Let's go
a
through
copy
it together,
to
sir.
Open Broadcast Software Studio.
Okay, thank you for the correction. One of the videos that you were able to preserve in relation to your investigation is the screen recording of the
First, let's
November
go to
23, 2024 press
Around
briefing
stamp
conducted
stamp
by the Vice President, right?
00446.
Your Honor, may I
Your Honor,
move
request
that
the video be
the
played?
very
Sir,
same
please,
USB be unsealed and shown the
Are you going to trigger the
by the
firing?
prosecutors
not
Exhibit
leaving this
P-4-10 be
I am
unsealed
in-
and shown the witness?
Here in the House of Representatives detention facility for 5 days.
Counsel for the
until
prosecutor
hearing
so
on
instructed.
Monday. Nobody
Thank you, Your Honor.
come in here and demand to transfer me in the middle of the night. I have my right.
Okay, ma'am.
Any crime. I am not leaving this room.
Stop.
Okay. Yun lang po, ma'am.
You heard that, sir? Do you want to repeat it?
You heard it. Sir, in the first, you see also where that part is. Can you see it?
Start with the question with Red Mendoza, sir.
Okay, after the Zuleika Lopez. Did you hear that?
Yes,
Okay.
Mr. Witness, kindly speak to the mic.
yes, Your Honor.
You heard
November 20.
she said, "I am not leaving this room. I am a detainee
This is
here.
Exhibit
Here in the House of
P-4-10.
Representatives, I believe, detention facility for 5 days until the hearing on Monday." That is the first sentence, sir. My question is this:
Your Honor, may I request that he
Does
unseal
your affidavit, does your transcript
the USB
have
and
the
that it be
words,
allowed to be
"a
played?
detainee"?
Which part, counsel?
Your Honor, we will play various parts of the
Okay, let's
not
do
the
it.
whole. For the
Please
as
repeat.
the
That's what I was worried about.
yes, Your Honor. We understood by the faces of the honorable
Play the
members of the court.
video timestamped, identified
so
by
you will
counsel correspondent.
we will just
Play parts
yes, Your Honor.
of it.
Parliament.
And you identified, I presume, the timestamp.
Yes, we have, Your Honor. I will get that.
Witness may open the seal,
Thank you, Your Honor.
Detention facility.
and counsel for the prosecutors is instructed to accompany counsel, one of the counsels for the respondent, in the tech booth to make sure that it's the same USB being presented.
Correct?
For the record, Your Honor, the
Are
witness is
the
opening
words
the
or the
prosecution's
sound?
exhibit P-4-10, Your Honor. This is the video dated
okay.
November 23, 2024.
Please play. How about the last part? The last part of the paragraph. She said,
I haven't
"I
said the
have
flash
my
drive,
rights.
sir.
I am not
Counsel
accused
this with understanding,
of
okay,
any crime.
very much
I'm not
like
leaving
yesterday,
this
that this
Does
USB
your
will again be sealed and
paragraph
signed
in
by
your
both
transcript
parties.
have
Yes, Your
the
Honor.
word accused after not.
Your Honor, may request that this be played.
Please play the video again.
Counsel for the prosecutors kindly accompany a representative from the counsel of the respondent to the tech booth to make sure that the same USB to be played. Kindly just guide us through, counsel. Attorney Narvaez, as regards the timestamp.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. I will.
Please don't forget your promise that it's not going to be the whole 2 hours.
Yes, Your Honor.
More. Play, please.
Okay po, ma'am. Yun lang po, ma'am. Thank you po, ma'am.
Wait. Back.
Any other question?
0446, please.
I'm sorry, ma'am,
Ka-
kasi
um,
I understand.
Senator Judge
ma'am.
Pia Cayetano, what is your
Ma'am,
pleasure, ma'am?
This is my last
If it's
question, and I'm
possible,
very much
Mr.
sorry
President,
to,
if our
I'm
Secretariat can
so triggered
install
na po,
a
ma'am, sa
monitor
I
filing.
here
am not
because
leaving this room.
kaka-stiff-neck
I
na
am
po
a
ako watching this.
here.
It really doesn't
In
look
the House of
it doesn't look
Representatives detention
nice that
facility
I'm slouched
for
there
5
looking
days
this way.
until
So,
the hearing on
and then this one
Monday.
here is a little bit, not for videos, but for the
Demand
copies of
in the middle
affidavit,
the
it's
night. I
quite
have
difficult.
my rights.
So if they can put one here,
Secretariat,
the others want another, but I can speak for those in the front row we would like to request. Thank you.
the clerk of court rather is instructed to kindly install a TV monitor in front
Accused.
of the tables of the counsel for the parties instead of
Of any crime.
at the witness stand.
Yes,
Let's play
both sides.
001238.
Underneath the table of the counsel for the parties, Senator Judge Pia.
Thing as contained in the video that you identified yesterday, sir. Your Honor, may we ask that the video be
Now
played
the question, the basis for the
at those
objection is
specific
irrelevant.
timestamps?
How can it be relevant? How can it be relevant, assuming but not conceding that these two minuscule words, detainee and accused, are not reflected in the transcript, when in fact this witness said he investigated not only on the basis of the transcript, but on the basis of the video that he himself viewed? What's the relevance?
Overruled, part of cross to test the accuracy and the truthfulness of the witness insofar as his transcription of the video.
To rule on that, how were they able to come up with an order,
Thank you.
to
Please play
transfer
again.
me to the women's correctional in the dead of the night?
001238.
I mean, bakit ganun? Wala na bang rights yung mga tao? They just go to your room and then just get... Wala, bakit ganun? I don't understand.
Your Honor, may I ask that the video be stopped?
Bakit? You notice if you
Sir,
really were in the
do you know who
hearing,
that is?
diba?
In the
Sinuspend po
screen,
ng chairman
in the
Chua
video
yung-
that you identified.
yung session. Tapos,
Attorney Sulaika.
nung sinayin po ako ni...
And
ni
Attorney Zulaika, as
Congressman
far as you meant,
Castro
Attorney
in
Zulaika
contempt. Then after
is
that,
who in
nag-rule
relation to
sila.
the Vice President? You
Tapos,
may answer
then
not a yes or no question.
Niya. Tapos lumapit po
As far
sila.
as I remember, she
Nag-hug
is the
sila. And then
COS.
they called my
COS
lawyer.
meaning Chief of
and then
Staff,
they
right?
told him that to-
And she
kausapin
is
ko. And
there
lumapit ako
in that
and I
video
really
because she was cited in
apologized. I
contempt
said,
by the House of
"No, that
Representatives,
letter
correct?
to the Commission on Audit
If you are aware.
was really a position
You're
of
the
the
investigator.
agency. It is our stand. Like all,
Prior
diba,
to the...
meron kang points na gusto
Sir, my
mo
question again.
i-raise.
The witness
Let
is
the
about to
witness
answer.
answer. Witness is in the process of
Our
answering.
points to the
Prior to
Commission
the
on
scene,
Audit.
I
Alam
have
ko,
no
hindi
personal
naman po yung
knowledge,
mali
but
kasi
based
that was
on
our
her
right as an
statement during
agency.
the video,
Because there
it
was an
was
ongoing
really
audit investigation.
So you didn't
Pero hindi naman namin
investigate
kinukuha-
the things that happened prior to the scene, correct?
we
Sir,
have-
yes or no?
We have investigated, sir.
You didn't investigate.
Oh,
I did, sir.
appear?
That's why there's an October 18, sir.
So what happened before that? If you investigated, what
I
happened?
say I don't have personal knowledge, sir.
Sir.
Because I'm not present during that time, sir.
Can you please play again?
Witness is not responsive. The
Kalilong,
question
reminded
was,
me.
I don't hear, sir.
what happened prior to this video, this particular clip of the video? If you know, given that you investigated
they
the
did not
incident,
rule
as
on
you
it,
said.
but suddenly they were
As
able
far
to
as
come
I
out with an
remember, there's
order
a
ruling
hearing
to
in
transfer
the
me to the Women's Correctional.
House of Representatives.
What committee, sir?
I can't remember the committee.
What happened, sir? There. Did you hear that?
There are sounds, but I can't distinguish the words.
Can you play
COS
it
was
again?
cited in contempt, sir.
Your Honor, ask
By
an
who,
answer.
sir?
What's
I
the
can't
point?
remember.
Okay, withdrawn, Your Honor. But you investigated. I withdraw, Your Honor.
No further questions.
Can we
Witness
play?
on
Let me
cross,
show you
counsel,
timestamps
do you have
around
reader?
Your Honor, please,
002832
for
to
the utter failure of
00
the-
I was hoping.
2933. This
For
is
the
the same
utter failure of the
prosecution's exhibit
Counsel, before I recognize counsel for
P-4-10.
the prosecutor,
Your Honor,
Senator
that
Judge
is
Tulfo
the video you
Rafi
identified yesterday.
is
Your Honor, may we
recognized.
request that that
Your Honor,
video
sorry,
be
may
played?
I move to strike that statement of the prosecutor?
Hindi ako
That's
lalabas.
my manifestation.
Hindi ako
I'm about to
lalabas.
answer the question of the presiding officer.
We will review the journal tomorrow. I did not even hear
Sorry,
anything.
just very quick. Jason, if I may. Sorry. Go ahead. So after you
Your Honor, he
pushed
said for
back
the utter
attorney,
failure of the
they
respondent.
left the room, no? Tama
Yes,
ba?
Your Honor,
Did
I said for the utter failure of the
Appreciate that,
respondent to debunk
that
the material
detail
points testified to by the
accurately.
witness yesterday.
Your Honor,
I'm not yet done.
testifying. I'm not done either.
I'm about to answer the question. I'm not done with the
What is
answer.
that? It's sir, di ba, office business hour, I mean official business hour. Because hindi naman po ako criminal eh. I am not a criminal.
Thank you,
I
Mr.
am
Presiding
already here in their facility. I have assured them already that I will
Presiding
attend.
Officer.
They're leaving on
Mr.
Monday.
Witness, what
So why
is
will they
your
treat me like
experience with
that?
regards to social media
So that's why I
analytics?
said I want my lawyer. I want my lawyer.
I have training, sir.
What kind of training?
I have cybercrime investigation training.
Sir, did you consider this in
Are you
making your
familiar with
evaluation
Facebook,
in
or
the
do you
revised
have,
affidavit
SOCMED
of
accounts
investigation
that would
dated
make you
February
a
10,
little bit
2025?
knowledgeable when
Yes,
it comes
sir.
to SOCMED?
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Now let me show you timestamps
your
around
account? What is your social media
0033
account?
I have an
05
account
to
in
0034
Facebook,
32
in
of the
Instagram,
November 23,
in
2023 press briefing
X.
as contained in the video
So
that you
means
identified
pretty
yesterday,
much
the
probably a bit
prosecution's
familiar
exhibit
with Facebook,
P-4-10.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, may we request that
There were concerns, Mr. Witness, whether the videos presented yesterday are AI generated or authentic. So are you experienced
Why would I
enough
have
analyzing
pushed
whether a
that?
video is AI generated or authentic?
There, by
Yes, Your Honor.
myself, if
What
I
makes you
didn't
say that?
feel that I was being threatened,
Based
my
on my
life is being
experience, Your
threatened.
Honor, and the video itself, it's a
I'm
2 hours
sure you
long.
saw in the
Normally, an
hearing that my
AI-generated
back
video will
hurt.
only last a short second, sir.
I cannot
So the video that was presented yesterday,
lift everything.
where
But dahil
we saw
natakot
the,
ako, I
VP
feared for
was,
my life. I really pushed that.
saying something or
But
talking to that effect. Did you do something, or what kind of system
They didn't harass me.
did you observe or follow
This is really a
to
threat to
ensure
my
whether
life.
that video was AI generated or authentic?
Based on personal
They
observation, sir.
gang up
Personal
on you
observation.
in the
Yes, Your Honor.
middle of the night.
Okay, a few more questions.
Huh?
Therefore,
How's that done? Isn't that
will you be
a
able to
threat
say
to my
that
life?
the video presented
Alam
yesterday
nila na
were
I'm sick.
AI generated or
I have
authentic?
said that repeatedly, but they
The
don't
video
me here.
presented today is what it is being seen on the
Thank you.
Facebook, sir.
Sir, did you
Okay.
investigate it?
So,
did you
based on your
investigate the threats
affidavit,
to
you mentioned that the
attorneys
NBI
like us?
subpoenaed some members of the
We
media
need a complaint
who
for
were
this
participants
one. That's why
of
Yes
the
or no, sir?
online
Did
press
you
con
investigate?
on November 23,
we did
2024.
not, because there's
right?
not Yes, Your
You did
Honor.
not. Okay, thank you.
Subsequently, you said that you questioned and investigated
motto pro-
these persons
No question, sir.
regarding the conduct of that
Maybe
press
allowed to
con.
answer, Your Honor?
I had no
So based
question.
on what you gathered from your investigation,
answered.
so I have a few questions, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you consider
Who
this
set up the press
part
conference?
in
Based on our interview,
Mark,
sir,
in making
it
your
is the office of the
evaluation
Vice
in the
President,
revised
sir.
affidavit?
Ask an answer.
So it
You
wasn't-
said
This is a
yes
different
earlier.
part, Your Honor. This is a different part. This is, did
I-
you consider this
I can't
part
confirm,
in
sir,
your
but it's
evaluation
the
in
response
revised
of the
affidavit of investigation
media
dated
personnel that
February
we
10,
interviewed.
2025?
Okay, who
Yes, sir.
invited the participants?
Okay, so despite considering these parts
If my
of the
memory
aforesaid
serves me right,
videos,
it's
the
JC
NBI still
Caninin, sir.
recommended the filing of
Okay.
complaints
Who is
for
JC?
grave threats
Staff of the Office of the Vice
and
President.
inciting to
Okay.
sedition only against the
Who
Vice
are the
President.
participants?
Yes?
May I
And how
qualify
many
my answer, sir?
participants
No,
were
sir.
there?
Yes or no?
If you can remember.
As far
There's
as
a
I
reason why
remember,
it-
it's
Sir,
at least
your
40.
counsel may ask
40.
you questions. This is my turn.
Okay. Were there
From
mainstream
subject
media
matter for
or
redirect.
anybody from
So,
the broadsheet?
despite
that time?
considering these parts
There are,
of
sir.
the
There were.
videos shown
Yes,
to
sir.
you,
Do you know how
does the
many?
NBI still recommended the
give or take?
filing of complaints for grave threats
We have
and
the
inciting
one
to
that we have
sedition
issued subpoena, sir.
against
At
only
least 6,
the
sir.
Vice President?
6.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What was
Now,
the reach of the video
In
on
the
that very day?
revised
Like how
affidavit
many
of
views
investigation dated
on that very
February
day, and then a few
10,
days later,
2025,
were you able to
in
observe
page 15, paragraph 40 thereof, it is stated there, and I quote, "We
I can't
unanimously
remember, sir.
believe
I
that
can't
Vice
remember.
President Duterte
Okay. How did it spread? O paano kumalat sa statement yung video that was presented yesterday?
under
as far as you
Article
know, when you did
282
an
of the Revised
investigation?
Penal Code,
It became trending, sir.
inciting to sedition,
became trending.
defined
And
and
my last
penalized
question
under
is-
Article 142 of the Revised Penal Code in relation to
kasi
RA
in-establish
1017-5
dito as,
or the
inciting
Cybercrime Prevention
to
Act of
sedition.
2012.
On top of
You
yung
see
sa
that, sir,
sinasabing
right?
grave
Yes,
threat.
sir.
Ano yung mga comments na napansin mo?
This conclusion
Doon sa
was reached
video.
by you together with
Can you
other
give us an
affiants
example?
of the revised affidavit of
One of the
investigation
comments,
dated
because on
February
the video,
10,
November 23,
2025,
they were
correct?
mentioned about people power.
Now, sir,
when asked a question
you
by
mentioned
Princess
that you're not
Maui.
a lawyer, right?
And
Ask and answered.
the
Asked and
Vice
answered.
President...
To date, we are aware, are
agreed.
you aware if any
And
court has convicted the Vice
ang
President
laban
for
ay
grave
wala
threats
sa
over what
EDSA,
transpired
nasa Malacanang.
on November 23,
And there are
2024?
responses from the comments, but it's not documented that is agreeing, sir.
Not yet.
No further questions?
You know, Mr. Witness, as far as you know, no. Thank you,
No,
Senator Judge Tulfo. Senator Judge Aquino, thereafter.
To date, thank you, Your Honor. To date, are you aware if any court has convicted the Vice President for inciting to sedition over what transpired on November 23,
Mr. Calilong,
2024?
kanina may nabanggit na dalawang affidavit.
Thank you.
Isang January at isang
But you're the
February.
complainant, right?
Yung January ay binalik sa
Your
inyo.
Honor.
Tama po ba?
I was just asking.
And there were 7
Ask and answered.
rounds.
Argumentative.
Why
You
was
withdraw your
returned
question.
to you? Is that
Improper.
Attached to the revised affidavit
Can you
of
narrate what are these
investigation,
7 points
which you
that
identified
were-
and submitted to the
that you
DOJ and the
addressed?
Committee
Is that
on
the correct
Justice,
term that you
is
addressed,
your affidavit of
in the second
transcription
affidavit?
Yes,
of
Your
the
Honor.
press
Can you
conference
name
on
them,
November
May I
23,
have the
2024.
certificate, sir?
I am showing you this now. For the record, sir, Your Honor, I will
Certification,
show
was it
the...
counsel for the respondent?
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes, you may approach and show him the document being alluded to by Senator Judge Aquino.
Sir, please take a look.
Note 1. There is no affidavit of the person who recorded the video entitled BP November 23 Press Con at Batasan.
You please
who opened
state
broadcast of
say it in the
studio
for
and
the
in
record.
turn stored in
This
the
is your
DVD.
affidavit of transcription?
Number 2. The press briefing conducted on October 18, 2024 was not recorded and or stored in DVD.
Transcript,
And there was no TSN
this refers
of
to the
said
press
briefing
conference
and
on November
necessary
23,
affidavit of the person
2024.
taking the TSN. Number 3, Annex I and K DVD with markings NBICCN.
You signed this on December 20, 2024?
36-2 and NBI
Sir, please take a look at your paragraph 2.
12436.
Let's read it together. In
Were not
relation to the
accompanied by an
ongoing
affidavit
investigation,
of
the
the recorder
undersigned
of the TSN.
was tasked to transcribe
Number
the
4,
screen-recorded
Annex
video of the
L
press conference
did
of
not
Vice
indicate
President
to
Sara
me the
Duterte
TSN.
on 23
There
November
was also no
2024,
affidavit of the
which was
person who
saved
made the
on a
TSN.
DVD.
Number
You read
5,
that, sir?
Yes, the affidavit of
On paragraph
Patricia
3 thereof,
Morales mentioned
let's read it
that she
together.
stored
The undersigned
the footage on a
transcribed
USB
the
and
video
submitted to the
mentioned
NBI. However,
above
the USB
within the
there
resulted,
was no USB
which
attached to the
resulted in a
complaint. Only the
CCD
video was
transcript
attached. There
hereto
was no
attached.
detail regarding the content of the
You read that, sir?
DVD.
And
Number
4,
6, only the
I
minutes
hereby
of
certify
meeting
that the
with
above-mentioned
several
digital
personalities
evidence has been
and
faithfully
representative from
transcribed
various media
and that has
outlets
not been
were
edited,
submitted,
altered, or
although
changed in
the
any way.
minutes
Did you
were
read that,
signed
sir?
till there was no
And I am,
individual affidavit
on number
executed
5,
regarding
paragraph
the
5,
contents of
I am
the said minutes.
executing this affidavit to
Seven,
attest to the
one of the
truth
elements
of
of
the
crime of
foregoing
great threat is
facts and circumstances and for
threatens
whatever
another
legal
with the
intent
infliction
and
upon the
purpose
latter's
it
person,
may
honor,
serve.
and property.
Did you read that, sir?
Yes, upon that of the latter's family.
These
or if
statements
the
of
wrong
yours,
amount
this
is
affidavit of
authorized.
yours, these
In
were
the
all
instant
done under
complaint,
oath, correct?
Only the NBI executed an affidavit.
And you
there
were
was
offered
no
as an expert
participation
in
on the part
digital
of the offended
forensic
party,
examination
as it
with
appears in
a
the
whopping
NBI,
2 weeks of
not the
training.
offended party of
Do you
the
confirm
crime of
that
great
that
threat.
transcription
Right,
of
so,
the screen-recorded
nakuha mo yung
video
nag-submit
of
kayo,
the press conference
yan
of
yung
VP
binalik sa
Sara,
inyo,
Sara
and
Duterte
then you
on the
did your
23
best to
November
correct all
2024
those
has been
items,
faithfully
is that correct?
transcribed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, the first 6 are technical, no?
Yes, Your
Yung
Honor.
panghuli is a matter of who is the
Okay, sir,
offended
but
party.
my question
Yes,
is,
Hindi nyo na-correct
the
yan.
press conference of VP Sara
or-
Duterte,
Nung binalik ninyo,
that
it
the
was accepted already by the
transcription
DOJ.
of the
There is an
screen-recorded video
explanation, Your
of the
Honor,
press
that was,
conference of VP Sara
included in the
Duterte on
letter of
23
the
November
former director,
2024
Judge Jaime Santiago,
was
sir.
faithfully
Okay.
transcribed by you.
Yeah, go
in
ahead.
in the filing for preliminary investigation, it is not required for the victim to execute an affidavit, complaint affidavit.
Yan yung
sir.
sagot ng NBI.
Yes, Your Honor.
And once you submitted, it was accepted by
Sir,
the DOJ.
Yes, Your
Attached
Honor,
to
and we
this
received a certification,
affidavit
Your
is
Honor, that
the transcript,
our evidence
correct?
is
Can you
enough
please
for
take a look?
preliminary investigation, sir.
Okay, yun na yung second
And,
response
Your Honor, may
to
I
the
ask
second
again that the
affidavit that
video
you provided.
Yes, Your Honor.
Parts of
Okay.
the video be played
May mga
of the press conference
nabanggit
on November 23,
dun sa mga
2024.
statements tungkol sa
Let's go
hitman.
through it together, sir.
Sa totoo lang, yung presensya ng hitman, mabigat yon. So, let me ask, are you the one who investigated just the video?
First,
or
let's
did you
go
also
to
investigate the
around
presence
timestamp
of the hitman that
00446
was being mentioned in the videos
Your Honor,
of
may I
the
request that
Vice
the video
President?
be played?
I was
Sir,
only
please,
tasked for the video, sir.
Okay, may I direct this to the prosecution? Will you
Are
be
you going to
presenting
file, are
other
you going to
witnesses
trigger
that
na po ba
pertain
ma'am
to
the filing?
I
this
am not
alleged
leaving
hitman?
this room. I am at
the
here,
alleged hitman,
here
Your Honor,
in
please.
the House of Representatives Detention Facility
Yes. So kayo,
for 5
Mr.
days
Kililong,
until
hindi
the
kayo
hearing
nag-imbestiga
on
niyan. Wala
Monday.
kayong alam
Nobody
tungkol dun sa presensya ng
and
hitman.
demand
Yes,
to
Your Honor.
transfer me
Okay,
in the
Mr.
middle of the
President,
night.
I will
have
refrain from my
right.
questions and wait for the witness
Okay, ma'am.
to the hitman. Maraming salamat.
Any crime.
Noted and
I
entered
am
into the
not
record.
leaving
Senator
this
Judge
room.
Pangilinan, thereafter
Stop.
Senator Judge
Okay.
Escudero,
Yun lang po,
and
ma'am.
then Senator
You heard that,
Judge
sir?
Villanueva.
You want to repeat it?
Thank you, thank you,
You heard it.
thank you,
Sir,
Mr. Presiding Officer.
In the first, you see
Questions to
also
the
where
witness,
that part
kanina
is.
tinanong sa'yo ng defense
Can you see it?
counsel or counsel for the respondents na ikaw
Okay,
ay-
after the Sulayka
ikaw ay
Lopez.
abogado. Ang sagot mo
Did you
hindi.
hear that?
Yes, yes.
Ikaw ba
Mr. Witness,
degree
kindly
holder?
speak to the mic.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ano ang degree?
You heard. She
Bachelor
said,
of Science in
I am not
Accountancy,
leaving
Bachelor
this
of Science in
room.
Accounting Technology.
I am a
I'm a
detainee
certified
here.
public accountant, sir.
Here in the
Certified
House of
public
Representatives detention
Kahapon,
facility for 5
tinanong
days
ko sa'yo
until the
yung,
hearing on Monday.
training.
That is the first
No, kasi
sentence,
nabanggit
sir.
mo,
My question is
nagkaroon ka ng
this.
mga training. Ang nabanggit mo
Does
kahapon,
your
2
affidavit,
weeks
does
ng
your
training.
transcript have the
Pero
words
on
a
what
detainee?
Only on photo and video authentication, sir.
Okay. Meron pa bang ibang training na
Okay, let's
ikaw
do it.
ay,
Please repeat.
you went
Please play
through,
for the
bilang
the video
He's
again.
instructed to
expert
kindly
or, competent
play the
witness sa
video
usapin ng,
timestamped identified
digital
by counsel for
technology,
respondent.
cybersecurity,
I
online
am not
training.
leaving this room.
Meron
I
ba?
am at
Yes, Your Honor.
here,
Anong mga ito?
here in the House
I
of
mentioned that I
Representatives
have a
Detention
training
Facility
certified
for 5
computer
days.
forensic investigator. I have a training in computer
That part
forensic,
that the detainee is
mobile
unaudible.
forensic,
Did-
and
did-
photo and
the
video
only I heard
authentication
that
training.
you heard
I have
the-
also training
correct?
in
Yes.
cybercrime investigation.
Are the words
We also
or the sounds
undergone
there?
480 hours training on cybersecurity.
Here,
And
here.
a training
Here.
before we
Okay.
start the bureau.
Move,
we have undergone the
please
NBI
play.
Academy,
How about the
which,
last part? The last part of the
teach
paragraph.
us all the
She
aspects
said,
in investigation.
I have
sir.
my rights. I am not
Okay, and,
accused
siguro last question.
of any crime. I am not
Ang
leaving this
training na
room.
ito, puro local ba?
Does
o meron
your
din training sa ibang
paragraph in your transcript
I have
have
an
the word
international
accused
sir
after
recently.
bansa? Ano yan?
It's a training in Strasbourg.
Please play the video again.
Okay.
Speak to the microphone.
Tech is instructed to play the video. Witness is instructed to speak to the mic.
Demand to transfer me in the middle of the night. I have my
Strasbourg,
right.
Germany.
I have
Okay, ma'am.
Strasbourg fraud, sir.
any crime.
It's a
I am not
5 days
leaving this
training, sir.
room.
And meron pang ibang international
Play, please.
Okay po,
seminars.
ma'am. Yun lang po, ma'am. Thank you po, ma'am.
International, sir, but it
Wait,
is conducted locally sa Interpol, sir.
Any other question?
Yes, Your Honor.
0446.
We have no further
I'm
questions.
sorry, ma'am,
Thank you,
kasi
Senator Judge.
I understand,
Senator Judge
ma'am.
Ontiveros is
Ma'am,
recognized. You may
this is my
proceed,
last
yeah.
question, and I'm very much sorry. I'm so triggered na po ba,
Salamat po,
ma'am,
Mr.
the
President.
filing.
I am not leaving this room. I am a here.
Para sa
Here
Council
in
for
the
the
House of
Defense,
Representatives
Mr. Presiding
Detention
Officer.
Facility for 5 days
just for
until the
clarity,
hearing on
Ano pong
Monday.
relevance
Somebody
ng
can just
video
come
na
here
ipinakita
and demand to
ni
transfer me in the middle of the night.
Attorney
I have my
Zuleika
rights.
Lopez? Sinasabi po ba ng depensa na yung mga
I am not
alleged
leaving this
threats o alleged incitements
Okay po, ma'am.
ni
Is
VP
the word
Duterte ay
accused in your
prompted
transcript?
What I
nung
heard is
detention
root,
ni
The
Attorney
root
Lopez?
Of any crime.
The root of
Yes,
it.
Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
There
Let's
was a
play
systematic
00
oppression
1238.
made by the House of Representatives dating back from their
Can you please go to 00
their
1238?
even before their mini trial, Your Honor, the committee headed by Representative Joel Chua began investigating the Vice President and her people, even when Attorney Zuleika
Sabi
Lopez
nila,
was
sa
being
akin,
interviewed by
during the hearing,
House Committee of
sinuspend po ng Chairman Chua yung
Com Committee.
Stop.
Your
Please.
Honor.
Your Honor,
She-
please. Now,
even if
I'm now
she was,
registering my objection as to the relevance, Your Honor,
answering
please, if I may explain, Your
the
Honor,
questions
of this line
faithfully
of
and
questioning,
to
Your Honor,
the
please,
best
if I
of her
may.
ability.
Counsel
She
may
was
explain his
cited in
objection.
contempt.
Your Honor, please.
Detained.
This
She was
witness
cited in
already
contempt,
identified
detained.
the video
Her lawyer
containing
was not allowed.
the contents of
Her
that press
lawyer was not
conference
allowed to be
on
with her
November
when
23,
they were trying to
2024.
And
And the counsel is now confronting this witness whether there are
So, Mr. Presiding
minuscule
Officer,
portions
Counsel for
of the 2-hour
Defense,
video like
position
detainee
po ba ng
accused,
depensa
whether this
na
appear
pwedeng
in the
palampasin ang
transcription.
alleged
Now the
grave
question, the
threats
basis for the
kung
objection
may
is
masasabing
irrelevant.
lehitimong
How can it be
dahilan
relevant?
para magbanta?
How can it be relevant, assuming but not conceding that these
Your
two
Honor, that is not
minuscule
the point.
words, detainee and accused, are not reflected in the
Your Honor,
transcript,
that is
when
not
in
the
fact this witness said he investigated
Mr. Presiding
not only on the
Officer,
basis
I
of the
am making a
transcript, but
point
on the
through
basis
my
of the video
question,
that he
and I am
himself viewed.
asking
What's
the
the
good counsel
relevance?
for the defense,
Overruled
dahil
part of
sinabi
cross to
nila
test
there
the
was a
accuracy
systematic
and the truthfulness
oppression
of the
that
witness
yes,
insofar as his
yan po
transcription
ang
of the video is
nag-prompt
concerned.
nung alleged
Counsel may proceed.
grave threats
Thank
and alleged incitements
Please play again.
ng Vice President
0
na prompt po ng detention
0
ni
12
Attorney Lopez na kanyang inilarawan sa ipinakitang video kanina. Kaya itinatanong ko kung yan ba ang posisyon ng depensa na